Welcome to my presentation. I am Durgadevi, Assistant Professor, Department of English, JJ College of Arts and Science. All the Worlds, a stage by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, 1554 to 1616. William Shakespeare was an English playwright and poet who is considered to be the greatest dramatist of all time, also known as the Bird of Avon. Shakespeare's play and poems are known throughout the world, but his personal life is very mysterious. He was the third of six children, including two older sisters and three younger brothers. He wrote 38 plays and 154 sonnets. Growing up in Stratford-upon-Avon, William lived in a house with his big family on Henley Street. He went to the local grammar school where he learned about poetry, history, Greek, and Latin. When William turned 18, he married Anne Hathaway. Annie was 8 years older than William. They soon had a family, including a daughter named Susanna and twins named Hamlet and Judith. Shakespeare produced most of his non-work between 1589 and 1613. His early plays were mainly comedies, and these works remain regarded as some of the best work produced in these genres. He then wrote mainly tragedies until about 1608, including Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth, considered some of the finest works in the English language. Shakespeare worked as an actor as well. His plays became very popular in London, and soon the Lord Chamberlain's Men were one of the most popular acting companies in the city. Some of Shakespeare's early plays include Richard III, Romeo and Juliet, published around 1594 and written in 1594, and A Midsummer Night's Dream. These early plays were performed at a theatre called the Theatre. The land was owned by Giles Allen. In 1597, Allen decided he wanted to tear the theatre down. He locked it up and refused to let the actors perform. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exist and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being seven ages. William Shakespeare. All the world's a stage, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exist and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being seven ages. At first, the infant, mewling and cooking in the nurse's arm, then the winning schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad, made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and beard like the pad, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in a quarrel, seeking his bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth and in the justice, in fair, round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise sauce and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloons, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful force will save a world wide for a shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble pipes and wishes in a sound. Last scene of all that ends the strange eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sand state, sand size, sand stays, sand everything. Written by William Shakespeare. Seven stages. First, an infant crying. Second, a complaining schoolboy. Third, a lover. Fourth, a bearded soldier. Fifth, a wise justice. Sixth, an old man. Seventh, second childhood. Summary. This poem, All the World's a Stage, is the beginning of monologue from William Shakespeare's play As You Like It. It is spoken by Jacques in Act 2, Scene 7. In this poem, Shakespeare compares the world to a stage and life to a play. He has divided into seven stages, each having its own varied qualities and features. The poet considers the world a stage, and the men and women are the actors on the stage of life. The play seven roles according to their age. The first stage, as described by the poet, is the infant, who is being carried by a nurse. The infant cries and vomits all the time. Later, that infant grows into a schoolboy not willing to go to attend school. The third stage is that of a lover who is lost in his thoughts of love. The lover writes poetry about his lady beauty. The fourth, as he grows older, he joins the army and becomes a soldier. He is physically formed and is aggressive, short tempered, ambitious in nature. The fifth stage shows that with maturity and wisdom, the family man becomes a judge. He is fairly healthy and full of wisdom. His look is authoritative and advisable people. The sixth stage is about the man who has grown old and seen a pantalon and spectacles. His authority has grown weak and his voice trembles as he talks. The last stage is about the senile man who loses his teeth, his vision, and his hearing. After this, the main part in the play ends and he exits from the stage of life forever. Thank you.